The Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, APWEN, has organized an annual lecture to enlighten the public on the much-dreaded topic of writing a will. A cross-session of engineers, lecturers and lawyers at the lecture have been explaining the importance of writing a will and why Nigerians should write theirs. This next report tells us more. Speaking from the grave. That's the topic of the lecture holding at Neka House, Ikeja, Lagos. The Association of Women Engineers of Nigeria, APWEN, have gathered here to educate the public on the importance of writing a will. Engineer Olutunbi Maduka, founder of APWEN, clarified that it's important to write a will because of the inevitability of death and the uncertainty of its timing.
Most of us run away from making wills, whether we are old or young. As we were just joking at the table, when you say somebody should make a will, whether you're old or young, I say never. It's not my portion. And that means that it's not their portion that they should die, but sooner or later we're all going to die. And we don't know when. And what we found, especially with women, is that they are not usually treated well, especially when the spouse dies. So it's very necessary that at least we know our right, we know exactly what to expect if anything happens.
When people are well informed in our society, especially in Nigeria, people will be well informed. Most of these things, even to the educated ones, to the exposed ones, some of them are still ignorant of writing will. So we should not even talk of either the inexposed or the uneducated ones. I've seen so many educated ones who don't even take it serious. When you talk to some men, you talk to some women, they'll be thinking maybe you are wishing them death. It is not so. We should be able to take the advocacy very, very serious. And we should be able to know that death can come anytime.
Every individual, every human being needs to have a will, because death is something that is inevitable. All of us will definitely die. We don't need to fear. We don't need to be afraid of death, because death will definitely meet all of us. So we don't need to exercise that fear. We need to live a will. Even if it doesn't mean that we're not going to die. Everybody will still die, but we need to live a will so that you don't cause confusion in your homes.
Speakers at the lecture also addressed speculations on who should write a will and the age requirements to do so.
Once you have assets that you think should be inherited, should anything happen, we are all going to die one day. Nobody is going to live forever. So in such a situation, as soon as you have assets to dispose of, you write a will. I wrote my first will when I was going to have my second child, to appoint a guardian for my child that I had before going to have the second one. So that you can have a guardian for the child. That was my own way of whatever. I believe that as soon as you have any asset that is possible to be inherited, then it's good to make a will.
They further explained that writing a will has saved lots of families from disputes when the breadwinner passes on.
It's always better to write a will. It's always better, it's sure. Nobody will have to contest. Although I'm not saying that people don't contest wills, they do contest wills, but at least it will reduce infighting among beneficiaries.
You need a will to ensure that you rest in peace. You need a will to ensure that whatever you have is disposed properly. In cases where you have wills, most of the time there is some murder. Even if there is a dispute on the will, they need to go to court to change that will. That has been the practice.
There's a notion in Africa that talking about or writing a will means death. Now, nobody wants to die, so many avoid the subject like a plague. But sooner or later, they realize that a will could have protected their families from chaos. As these engineers have explained, writing a will allows you control over your possessions even while you're no more. Annetta Felix, TV360, Nigeria.